when we do the proper Q&A with Topher, questions you want answered, you're just going to bring them up.
Oh, you idiot. You went into the private chat.
Oh, did I? Well, how do I get into the regular?
Go to comments.
No, I can't see comments. Hang on. I'll go to more. Oh, here, comments. Oh, look at that. All terrain. Ron. Hi, guys.
See, this is why we're testing. That's why we're testing.
I can join the chat. Oh, now I know if I try to get out of this. Right, see you guys. I'm going to stuff this up again.
Don't do it.
Oh, hey.
You did it.
I did it.
Oh, God, you're so funny.
Oh, yeah, pretty technically illiterate. I'm all round illiterate, pretty much. So.
Hey, but we do well. Do the comments work? I messaged here about Tim being black screen some time ago. Yes, they do. We just had a few. We had a few pop up that Tim was a black screen. So sorry that we didn't see yours, Alison. His hat is back to front.
No, it is not.
Oh, Gary's got our Great Forest National Park logo as his profile picture. What a legend.
Yeah, that's cool. That'll be confusing for me.
What? Why are you going to think that it's me? Oh, everyone's being so helpful. I'll tell your mum. Who's telling whose mum?
Well, probably about the black screen being my soul.
That's probably my soul, actually. Especially after all this. God, whatever was left of it.
No, you haven't been on the road for the Easter holidays. That's my soul.
Oh. I wasn't that stupid.
I got no choice.
No way.
Got to get these things out.
I actually saw well, Athol's doing the same thing. He just turned up at my house just before. And I was like, where have you been? He's like, been driving around the whole countryside. He's been from Mansfield, came to Eildon, and then he's going back to Hills. Huh?
I should have teamed up with him.
Yeah, you could have done both parties.
Yeah, well, that's what I've done in the past, but I haven't had the contacts this time around to do it. So.
Well, you have, but I just haven't. Yeah, we haven't thought to.
Well, yeah, not direct.
Talk.
Yeah.
Communication has been lacking.
And even like I wasn't supposed to be doing this stuff for the Libertarians this time around. I just happened to be in the right place when they're going, we need someone to move stuff. I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah, you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Athol didn't get his core flutes until today, so.
Yeah, that's pretty late in the game.
Everyone's, well, they fund their own, so.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's not having a go. That's, here's something people will be interested to know. So in Benalla today, you'll see the hotels and things, they'll have Helen Haynes and the Liberals. They won't accept other parties because they have an exclusive deal with Helen Haynes and the Liberals. In other words, they don't necessarily support those candidates. They just support the money they get from those candidates. So don't mistake big signs at businesses as support for. Don't think you're actually alone. Big money.
That's so bad. Actually, have you seen all the reports of all the Teals paying people to bully others, like to be out on the street and bully people about voting for the Teals?
It wouldn't surprise me.
They've been paying them. It's awesome that you have subtitles, just not always correct though. Oh, do we have subtitles? I don't even know. I didn't know we have subtitles.
You've got to get in the habit of bringing that up so I can read it too.
But you can't read it.
No, but Topher can read. And I can read a little bit. Any two-letter word I can read.
Yeah. No, you do well. You do well, Tim. You run these things better than me. I'd be lost without you. I wouldn't be doing these things without you.
Yeah, that's just because I'm pushy.
Yeah.
Speaking of being pushy, guys, these candidates, they need help, like, big time.
They do.
And Greens and Helen Haynes, they get all the damn support. Where's our guys? Where's our side? Just putting it out there.
We yeah, they must be AI, Alison. Yeah, no, see, this thing with Topher has really been stressing me out. So I'm glad that we've got this organized, because now I can spend some time tomorrow after I see my niece. I'm going to be the Easter bunny. But I can spend some time tomorrow putting together some, like, how people can help, and, you know, getting all Athol's core flutes out, little 70 of them or something. My goodness. Oh, Rachel. My goodness. Had 2 libs door knocking here in Melbourne. Desperate times. Oh my God, I love your dog.
So the libs are now just adopting the Jehovah's Witness approach to winning people over.
I'm petting the dog.
Yeah, so on my screen you're not.
I love this. This is fun. Yeah, so if anyone comes I'm sorry, but if what I was talking with Athol about is, you know, door knocking is so intrusive. It's wrong to me. And if anyone comes and knocks on my door, you're probably going to get the fire extinguisher in the face. I'm sorry. It's what it's there for.
Why you don't have a gun license?
I'm going to take it as a direct attack that you're at my front door. I don't know who you are.
So when I was a candidate, I was encouraged to get out there and do door knocking. I kept saying to them, like, guys, I'm in the country. They don't want me knocking on their door randomly.
No, country people do not want people rocking up at their doors. We're the ones that sit out on our balconies with our shotguns going.
Again, this is why you don't have a gun license. We don't actually do that anymore.
Hey, you kids, get off my lawn!
Just give me a few more years.
I just freaked my dog out.
Oh,
what did Chris say? We don't answer door knocks. We have cameras. We just ignore them unless we know them, or I answer on intercom and say I'm not home. Very annoying. I actually turn out. I had to get a whole new camera system when I started this whole situation, and because of, you know, what's been going on, and I get on there and I set the alarms off. Because they've got, like, they're the Eufy alarms, and then you can talk through the intercom as well. So, like, Rob's mates come over and they like walk, and Rob's not home, and they walk up to the front door, and I set the alarm off, and I'm like, go away. I don't like people.
Yeah, this is why we love you. You're so friendly.
Oh yeah. I don't know how I got 23,000 people into a group, because I'm not the most likable person, but.
No, I think just because you don't like other people doesn't mean they don't like you.
Oh, I'll just say it how it is. Rachel, my partner sent them on their merry way. Imagine the abuse you'd receive. Glad I was out the back. Yeah, like, why would you put yourself through all that? Like, it's, and they're not even the candidates. They're people that are being paid to go around and push their thing. Like,
yeah, I don't know how the parties do it. In the smaller parties, they'll send out, like, volunteers, and they'll sort of find out who's interested and then ask them if they want to hear from the candidate.
Well, from what I was told today, by one of the guys in Eldon, that Haynes's people came to his front door and he told them to F off. But they were volunteers. They weren't even Haynes. Like, shouldn't she be the one door knocking?
I'll probably invite him in for a coffee.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
No, I'll just invite him in for a coffee, make him sit down.
Put your feet up, love.
Now. Yeah, I'll tell you who you're bloody well voting for, not her.
You want to know where all this funding's coming from? I've got a flow chart.
Don't even care. You want to see her voting record because it's on my phone. It's saved in search. Let's just go through it one by one, eh?
The amount of screenshots I could sit down and show those people, and they'd be like, "Oh my god!"
I can't believe how many Utes are pulling up out the front supporting her. She supported the Ute tax.
Oh, she did too.
Yeah. Yeah, if you like your Utes, well, even four-wheel drives, like any basically petrol or diesel vehicle.
Anything that's going to have emissions.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to do like a CO2 celebration party with big diesels just blowing smoke and muscle cars and stuff. That'd be awesome. Like summer nats, but celebrating CO2.
But I don't understand why people think that we need to get to net zero, because if we get to net zero, if we have no carbon in the world, we're dead.
Yeah,
everything's dead.
Yeah, carbon-based life forms. That means something. I like my grass green.
I like to be able to, grow vegetables and, have animals alive.
Don't like vegetables.
I like breathing.
Yeah, breathing's good. I like growing plants for the cows to eat so I can eat the cows.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we've got to decarbonise the planet.
So, Carly, trying to remember who it was, whether it was Warren or Jordan, but one of them mentioned like that's sort of an anti-human cult. I
was trying not to say it.
Yeah, but we are carbon-based life forms.
We are. It's depopulation.
Yeah. What's happening in the chat? Is everyone left yet? Because we've been on for nearly half an hour. I can't believe they're still here.
No, they're chatting away.
Jeez.
That's what Town Square.
Really like you.
No, it's your hat. Soapbox and sausages. Do you know what gets me the most angry about our elections in Ilden, right? And I'm going to really like this year. I'm really going to go to town on it because I'm not impressed at all. Every other year I've been like, yeah, whatever, Yeah. We don't get a democracy sausage.
Yeah, some places do.
We don't in Ilden.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to put out my new ad for this thing coming up with Topher. That's got a democracy sausage on it. Inside joke, guys. You'll see soon.
Yeah, you'll see the democracy sausage. It's not actually, it's anti-democracy sausage. That's that one.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So Ilden community, you are on notice. There has to be democracy sausages this year.
Who used to run them? Used to be scout groups and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I think it was the Lions Club and everything, but but now, here there was, a lot of people didn't want to allow younger people to step up and help the community. So now it's all dwindling off, and they're saying, we've got no volunteers, and it's like, well, 3-4 years ago I was screaming out to volunteer, but anywho.
Yeah, I can imagine why people might have concerns with you, though. Just to be fair, like, when it comes to BS nonsense, you don't tolerate a lot of it.
But
you're kind of volatile.
But why should I be punished for that?
No, you shouldn't be. You should just call out their BS nonsense like you're doing now anyway.
But I do, and so that's why I don't get democracy sausages and stuff like that, because I have a mouth.
They actually do them in Ilden, but it's just when they see you coming, they quickly pack it all up and hide it.
Don't. They probably do. They probably like have a timer of like when I'm gonna be down.
They've got like little secret
hide
agents,
everything.
you know, they're out the front across the road from your place, and they're whippersnipping for 3 hours, right? And they've got their little earpiece. They're just keeping an eye on you, Carly. They're not actually.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. I've got all my neighbours looking out for those types of people. They're all on top of that. any strange cars in my street get reported to me. Everything.
Just look out for the EVs. It's more likely to be your greens. Although
I've always said, I'm like, that they can't make it all the way from Melbourne to Eildon in their EVs, so I'm safe.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I think they're pretty good these days. But I don't know.
We have a charger here though, so I don't think that. No, because they're burning all their Teslas now because they
because the hero of the left is now the bad guy.
I snorted on live.
Nice.
Winning. That's apparently punishment to Elon is, you know, lighting their own EVs on fire, and you've got to laugh at the left. Like, come on, they're just absolute morons.
I don't even think it's the left necessarily. It's this other weird, yes, from the left, but it's like a deeper brain virus. Actually, that's what Elon calls it, the woke brain virus. Like it just spreads.
It is a brain virus. But when you actually, that's really, you know, I need to get some headphones. My ears aren't the right size for AirPods and they keep falling out. Can you please remind me to buy some decent headphones?
Yeah.
But no, but back to you know, the woke mind virus. You know, I didn't really like think of anything like that until, you know, I started doing all this and I started learning everything that's behind all of it. And you know what? I actually had like, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks of just deep, like, consuming depression.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of how betrayed I felt of everything that I've ever believed in from the government and, you know, all that type of stuff, like all these UN agreements and all that. I just went into this massive, just depressive state. I'm very surprised that I came out of it because it was all consuming. It's hard to, is that what they call being black pilled?
So black pilled would be that, but then you go, there's no hope.
Yeah.
Right. So once you say there's no more hope, then you're done. You're black pilled. You're in that depression. Excuse me. But so I've been feeling a little bit black pilled because I've been busy and tired running around trying to get things done. And so I've just been going like, what's the point? Like, this guy's not going to get in and this election's not looking really great. And I keep sort of coming back to but if I quit, like if I just put up my hands and go, nah, look, I'm just going to sit it out. I give up.
We're no better than anyone else.
Well, it's not only that. It's like, well, then that's one little bit less room for that change to work. Not that I'm doing enough work to really change the whole election, but me and many other hundreds and thousands of people like me and you and other people in this group, like it's not just me, but it's all of that together, and we need more. And if people like me and you start dropping off when other people start coming in, we're not building up. We're just stalemate. So I can't quit.
Well, the thing that I stick by is, you know, if I'm telling people to go and do something, you know, like with our big, like our Clean Up Australia Day cleanups and you know, if I'm out there, if I'm pushing something and that we should be doing as a group to do this, that I'm going to be doing it myself. So that's why I'm, you know, I've put my hand up. I'm going to be, I'm putting out all these core flutes. You know, I'm going to be helping wherever I can with the election and stuff, because it is so important to get behind these minor parties. And if we can have just even the tiniest bit of influence, then maybe
well,
we can make a difference.
So I told you I spoke with Jordan today, and so a person who said they've always been I don't know who the person is, but they've always been a Greens and Labor voter. And they've been watching our interviews with Jordan and Warren Pickering, and they were like, oh, I think probably being from the left, they feel a little bit more comfortable with the Libertarians and with One Nation, because One Nation scares people that are from the left. Which, fair enough, guys. You know, we all wake up slowly and in our own time. Yeah, and maybe look, you know, there are policies. Personally, I think One Nation get a little bit wrong, but in the grand scheme of things, and this is what I think it comes down to: is the person you're supporting Australia first or something else first? There are Green candidates out there going, I'm for Palestine. Well, where in Palestine is Australia, mate?
We're all Palestinians.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Be for Australia. Like, I don't care. You can be concerned about what's going on.
You're Australian.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if they are, but
they're white people. I'm sorry.
How can you claim to be all about nature and things being natural and stuff and have these pink hair and blue hair? Like, that's not natural colours.
But
my hair's no,
they are natural colours, because in nature, whenever there's a predator that's got, you know, that you should stay away from, and that's the way that they tell their prey or whatever that they're about to, you know.
Yeah, like dart frogs and things.
They're always bright coloured.
Yeah.
See the correlation there?
So you saying that is their natural hair colour?
I think maybe once they sign on to the woke mind virus, that their hair just magically does.
I'm going to sign up to the woke mind virus and just see what happens. I don't know.
Maybe that's why mine's white. Mine's white and black.
That's wisdom.
Because I couldn't be any further away from the color spectrum.
Look, and I'm not picking on people that have color in their hair. Like, that is.
No, I always had color in my hair.
But I just find it funny when the Greens are sort of like, oh, it's all about being natural. And there's an awful lot of them that are very unnatural hair colors, but there's a lot of chemicals and crap in that stuff.
I'm not even gonna. Oh my God, I could say the worst thing right now.
Do it.
They're all about being natural, but they're the ones that are taking all these chemicals to change.
Right.
Themselves.
Yeah. They're called puberty blockers and things like that.
And they're so against the pharmaceutical.
We just got our channel banned, probably.
Yep. Do you realize the way they treat the gay? Oh my God, I know, Margaret. I know that.
Yeah.
And people are advocating for that and sympathizing.
Look, I might be a little bit of a minority amongst the Conservatives. I am very concerned about what's happening in Palestine, because as a father, I just look like there is children stuff they're suffering. But my 100%. Personal view is what opinion can I really have on the whole thing? I don't live there. I don't really understand all the politics around all of it. I have some idea. I've been following, Israeli politics and stuff for a while. Basically, I see there's two governments, right? You got the Israeli government. I don't like it because it's a government, and then you got the Palestinian government, which is a terrorist organisation government, and I don't like that because it's a government and a terrorist organisation. It's just none of my business.
We're Australian.
Yeah. Yep, and I just, I'd like the dying to stop, but I don't know what the practical solution is to that, and it's not my business to.
You know what? I watched the most beautiful. Actually, this really deserves a mention. I watched, like how I watched a bit of Charlie Kirk and and all that. So they've actually been getting the young influencers from each side, putting them in a room together and asking them their perspectives on things, and if they agree with it, they go and sit at the table and they debate why, and they're actually they're actually coming up both sides sympathetic to each other and understanding of each other, and being like, why is our government doing this? And then at the end of it, they go and have a meal together.
Yep. So here's a hot tip for people. The Greens and the Socialists and a lot of those people, they're not particularly worried about the government and the power that the government has over you. They look at the corporations, right? Whereas on the conservative side of things, we sort of recognise corporations aren't always our friend, but we're more concerned about the government, typically speaking. The hot tip is it's both, right? That is what fascism is. It is the government protecting, teaming up and protecting certain organisations, making sure they're successful, keeping the competition down, which is why small businesses are struggling so much in Australia. It really is both. And the left, they're not wrong on identifying the problem with the big corporations.
But if we don't have the big corporations, if we don't have the billionaires, we don't have the money in Australia.
What we want is natural billionaires, not billionaires that are propped up by the government.
Yeah. Like organic billionaires.
Yeah. Well, organic billionaires, where if they start stuffing up too much, we stop buying their products and supporting their businesses, and they start to crash. The small businesses start to build up. That's sort of your, that's your capitalism essential.
Well, that's what's going on at the moment with these tariffs.
With
China.
Yeah,
China's getting booted out of all these countries.
Yep, I think tariffs are typically a bad thing, but they're certainly a handy little tool.
Making deals.
Yeah, well, you're just making people come to the table and be a bit flaming honest. I don't necessarily disagree with Trump on it, but as soon as you can get rid of tariffs and get back to free trade, I think that's better.
Yeah. Oh well, that's
but, it's got to be
but fair. Every conservative, every right wing group
job
is all for free trade. Like, I don't know how.
Yeah, well, now it's the left that are screaming for it. So thank you, Trump. As soon as we go, all right, then no free trade, all of a sudden they want it.
No, but we want it. Yeah. We want it.
I wish Trump would just start carrying on about how great oxygen is. Just watch the letter.
No, but we don't want oxygen.
Not breathing.
The orange man said we should have oxygen. We do not need oxygen.
Solve a lot of problems.
Oh, I can't believe I just did that on the live. That's not good. We're probably going to get shut down before on our first live stream.
We'll have to start a whole new page.
I'll probably be banned from everything soon.
This was just meant to be a quick test. We've been on for over 40 minutes. Surely everyone's gone to bed.
No, there's still 8 people watching.
This is probably some of our best content. Just rambling on about crap.
Orange man, bad.
Oh, poor Trump.
Oh, I just, I just wish that he, you can see the eye where they wear the little eye things. Do you know how in a solarium how you got to put those covers over your eyes?
Little sunny.
You can see his eyelids. Oh, I can't help it. I can't help it.
Really careful to use. They use a lot of filters and stuff. Because he's not as orange as they used to make him out to be. Like, you used to watch CNN, and the guy looks like a Oompa Loompa. And he's not that orange. Yeah.
Hey, I love what's going on in America. Like, I'm moving. No, listening to your yarn of randomness. Yeah.
Don't you guys have a vehicle to fix?
Yeah. Oh.
How is that
No,
going,
we love
by
you.
the way?
We do love you.
Yes, we do. I haven't caught any updates on whether that thing was repairable or not. It didn't look like the chassis was done in.
My dog sounds like he's dying.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, we're good together.
Don't tell my wife.
No, thanks. I don't want that.
Different houses.
We laugh at it. We laugh at each other. That's it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's all good. It's on its way to Vic to go to VAS for certification. It will be okay. Oh,
okay.
So it wasn't a write-off.
Well, it probably needs an engineer's on the repair, I'd imagine, is what the certification is.
It shouldn't. Yeah. Anyway, we won't get into EVs.
Did they want to volunteer to fix a Suburban?
How many cars have you got to fix? Tim's right on it. You got the right idea, apparently.
Yeah, with the engineers.
Yeah.
How many cars have I got to fix? Look, there's the Suburban, which is the proper actual. It will be on the road again soon one day. It's still registered and everything. I just got to rip that engine out, give it a quick rebuild and get it back in. And I'm just lacking a little bit of confidence. It's been a long time, and normally I've had my brother with me and he's an actual mechanic and stuff.
Don't be lacking in confidence. Look at what you make me do.
Yeah, but that's why I make you do it and I'm not doing it.
I'll get up there and I'll be like, you can do it, and I'll be your cheerleader at this car, and I'll be like, you are the best mechanic in all of the land.
I'm not even too sure what most of the parts do. I know what they're supposed to look like when it's put together, though. So,
hey, I'm a pretty good mechanic. I do my own spark plugs and everything.
You do your own brakes.
Yeah, do my own rotors, do my own brakes, do my own.
That's about. So I normally, once we get into the internals of the engines, where I sort of draw my line typically.
Yeah, that's when you should probably pay someone.
I'll do my brakes and sort of like I do all my own services and things like that. But once we start pulling off the heads and things, particularly on these modern engines, I start to freak out. There's just too many wires going everywhere. And
well, at least with me doing my own brake pads and my own rotors, that we can't, the government can't get blamed for, you know, doing something to my brakes on my car if something happens to me. You know, you can say, well, but Carly does her own brakes.
Yeah, they can't pay off the mechanic or something to grease them up. Don't put grease in your brakes when they're squeaking, guys. It's not a good idea. And
don't give the government ideas on how to take you out either.
Oh, here we go. Got someone for the live stream.
Oh, kitty cat.
Lewis.
Hello, kitty. I've got my black dog down here. I've got my black dog down here, but he's far too fat and heavy to lift up.
Yeah, this thing's about to go on my shoulders. Here it comes. Watch the claws. Oh, gosh. Is it just a super...
Hello, kitty.
So this one I actually bred. So this one was born at my place.
Was that the one that had the babies that I was freaked out about?
No. That's a different one. She dislocated her shoulder and I wasn't paying $4,000 to fix it.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah. Still got a daughter though.
Sorry, that was a bit dark. I was about to say how disgusting it was when it was like, wow, trying to have its babies, and you sent it to me, and it freaked me the hell out. So I'm not even sad about that. Sorry.
I had to help with some of those.
That was gross. That was so weird. Like if I hadn't already said that I wouldn't be having children, that would have put me off having children. Like this.
It's different. Humans have a much harder time with it.
That cat was disgusting. and I'm talking to that cat that's on your head right now. All they do is sit around and wait for you to die so that they can eat your corpse.
Nah, not this. Look at him. He's a smooch. Of course.
Until you die, then they eat your body. They just sit around and they just wait for you to die. That's what cats do.
That's why I like them.
I'm kind of the same.
You just convinced yourself to like cats, did you?
Yes. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe only black ones.
I used to always have dogs, but once I got married and then had the kids, I just can't have another creature that wants my attention all the time.
My dog is my baby.
Yeah.
My dog's my baby. My boo-boo.
I got to show Gnomes this. So I'm at a friend's house and keep saying, your cat's nuts because it thinks I live here now.
Yeah, well, you won't get your own Starlink, so you go and hijack someone else's.
And why would I get my own when I can just pop up the road and use someone else's? It's free.
It's like asking for a cup of sugar. Can I borrow a cup of sugar?
Yeah, but you never go and buy your own.
Can I borrow some of your Starlink?
As she said, it's her donation to the cause.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, because I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done this without. What have you done?
Cover it up. Don't do it on the camera. All right, Kat.
We're so going to get banned on our first live stream. That's not even a live stream. It's just us talking crap.
Yeah, well, we've been going for nearly an hour. I haven't even got a schedule for this one. We're just rambling about different stuff like cats.
And Trump.
And Trump.
In cats' buttholes. And cats having babies. And how disgusting it is.
It was the first time and they were breached.
It was gross. I can't get it out of my head.
I'm so used to it. I've been up to me elbow.
You just had to video it and send it to me, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I knew you'd love it so much. Look, you're still talking about it. That was months
ago. And there was no trigger warning, no nothing.
No, I'm not doing trigger warnings. You're not a little greeny university student. You can handle it.
Triggered. Don't trigger me. My hair might turn all different colours. I heard that's how it. All right. Well, I should probably go and have some dinner. Actually.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I don't know what.
Yeah, this was fun. Maybe. Hey, I was thinking of doing some kind of like subscription thing, right? So that, like, you know, I don't end up homeless.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And I was thinking of doing, kind of like maybe like a. I don't know anything about Patreon, but I heard that it's good. But that type of thing, where we do like regular live streams.
Just have like Carly and someone talks rubbish, because that's what we've done.
But like, I don't know how enticing that would be. You know, like I don't think I'd pay $5 a month to hear my ramblings randomly.
No, well, you got to ask people what they want. I mean, so me personally, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But you get it for free.
Well, yeah, I have to put up with it for free. But yeah, I mean, just different people want different things. Some people will do it to support you in supporting the cause, because if you can keep going, we keep pushing. Some people probably genuinely actually do like just listening to you talk nonsense.
Maybe I should start an OnlyFans, and I'll start doing foot pics or something. Aww, Chris. So it's more about supporting the efforts.
Yeah.
Aww. Yeah, but I've got to do something to, you know, like.
Well, you just mentioned OnlyFans.
I could do feet pics.
Just be careful because you're going to start getting people messaging you asking for those. They're going to be asked, offering you $50 and stuff.
I don't mind. I'll sell off me feet pics.
But they won't know. Just jump on YouTube.
No, I've got very distinct feet. I have an arch that looks.
Don't tell them now. Just leave
my
it a
friends
secret.
in my friend. I'm giving away my riches. my friends used to call my feet the Sydney Harbour Bridge because I've got a massive arch. I'm subscribed to several patrons who do things I like in the space. It's unique to everyone's reasons. See, but I don't know what I do. Cooking with Carly. I can't cook.
Yeah, well, that'd be more fun. We'll do cooking with Carly and Tim because all I can make is desserts. I can't even. I get my son to cook my steak now. He cooks it better than I do.
I can't make anything. Yeah, I'm a really bad cook.
Call it smoke alarms with Carly.
Rob took all the smoke alarms out of the house because of me.
You'll have to cancel around.
I'll cancel. Cooking with Carly. Cooking with Carly would be funny. Yeah, well, I might burn my house down. I don't think that my parents would be very happy about that. I might have to tell them
the greens and you get them all up together. Get the fry pan really, really hot and tip them in.
I could do boiling the greens.
Dark.
Oh, we're getting even worse here. Foot patties. Run! No, or maybe we could I could boil up all these greens and then throw them into the grease and into the oil and watch them go pew, 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 pew. Like they're screaming for help. And then we can put them in a big bucket and then squash them with my feet and then take photos afterwards of my feet. And then those are the feet pics. That's a business plan right there.
Does that come under the hate speech stuff or what?
I'd be inciting something.
Yeah. We should do it anyway. Hey, it was good for Pauline Hanson going to prison. She went, that upticked her vote quite a lot.
Prison, free rent, free food, and I would run the place. Who cares? Give me a better.
I don't know how you're going to go running the place. I've seen some of the women go to prison. They're big.
Yeah, you see me in a fight?
Nah. I'd
be running the joint.
I'm getting too old.
I'd be running the joint.
You're running around your little shiv, sharpened toothbrush.
I wouldn't even need a toothbrush.
Oh, violence, Carly. Violence is always the answer. I mean, never the answer. Always.
Well, that's why I try to stay away from violence, and that's why I have the fire extinguisher at the front door, so I don't have to be violent, and just let the fire extinguisher off straight in their face.
It's just like a ninja smoke cloud.
Yeah. Then when it's empty and they're like, oh, you go whack them over the head with it.
Yeah, you probably won't need to. They'd suffocate if it's one of the powder ones.
It's a pretty small one.
Still, stuff sucks the oxygen out.
It'd still give you a nice little bump on the noggin.
Yeah, you can do that anyway. You can do that after they're suffocated if you want.
Could.
Go nuts. Doesn't matter anymore. Yeah.
I should just booby trap my front door. So many ideas.
Don't talk about them on a live
Electrified netting.
No, I said don't talk about them on a live stream.
Electrified netting drops down from the roof.
You've been watching too much Batman or something, haven't you?
I don't know what I've been watching. That's not good.
I can't believe people are still watching us. There must be.
I know this.
I know Charlie the Chocolate Factory is on.
It's a Saturday night. You should all be out in the bush. What are you doing?
Nah, there's no point.
Over Easter?
Yeah.
Would that be another bad camping story that I would have if I went camping on Easter weekend?
I guess four-wheel drivers and stuff are still going to head out there and have a good time. Personally, like, I would not go into state forest and hunt on a long weekend.
You might shoot the Easter bunny.
Well, that'd be all right. That's a big bunny, and I like eating rabbits.
Do you know what? Can I tell you something? I don't think I've ever told you. My first experience with rabbit. So I had pet bunnies all my life, all my childhood. I loved rabbits. And then one night, my mum, she's always grown up, you know. She used to pluck her own chickens and all this. And anyway, we had dinner one night with the family, and I was asking, like, what is this? It's roast chicken. Oh, love roast chicken. I ate all this roast chicken. And then afterwards, once I'd finished, my parents told me that it was rabbit. And I bawled for like 2 days. Like, I was traumatized. Like, if you want to know why all this happened, everything went wrong, it was the rabbit. It was the rabbit. You're eating roast chicken, but it's rabbit issue.
So
thanks, Mum and Dad.
Rabbit tandoori is really nice. And you get 2 really big drumsticks and 2 little tiny drumsticks instead of wings.
Oh, because they got that. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, rabbit tandoori. Good on the barbecue.
Oh, hell no. Normally, yes, but I couldn't get far enough to be away from everyone this weekend with everything going on. Yeah. It's, there's too many people around. Even Ilden is like inundated. I went down the street and I couldn't even get bloody phone reception.
Yeah.
That's another one, Haynes. Thanks, Haynes. You were supposed to connect us all with a great phone tower is what you were supposed to do. Can't even get friggin' phone reception.
There are crickets on that one as well, eh?
Hell no, Haynes.
I don't expect too much from the politicians. It's the ones that promise all that sort of stuff who sort of go, well, you're promising silly things, so why would I vote for an idiot? I'm probably not allowed to call her an idiot. Probably got to come and sue me. I don't give a crap, come bitch.
Who cares? Love it. No, but with the when she was asked by Steve Raby, the mayor of Mansell Council, you know, James, the Liberal candidate, he was asked about national parks, about the Great Forest National Park, and he said no, there will never be any new national parks, like flat out in front of like 30 people. He said it, that no, that would not be happening. The Great Forest National Park would never be happening. And then he asked Haynes the exact same question. And she goes, oh, well, that has nothing to do with me. That's government policy. So I do whatever the government had to do.
Yeah, I could understand her saying that's state government.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? You wouldn't, like, that just shows you the level of just that they're not in reality. Like, she is my federal member. Will not speak to me.
So it is her job when we vote for her to try and influence the government, the same as she tried to influence all of us to vote yes at the voice referendum. She's meant to put that sort of pressure onto the government. Oh, it's fine. Like, she's allowed to pressure us to vote yes. She's wrong because she's an idiot, but that's, you know, her prerogative, and we're the stupid electorate that keeps voting for her. So,
yeah, well, I didn't know what she was when I voted for her. Now I know.
Oh no, you're one of those.
No, I don't actually. I don't think I did. I don't think I did because remember,
backpedal, quick backpedal. That's good.
No,
good politician, you're ready.
No. My last ballot. Remember, I was all embarrassed because I didn't take it serious enough, and I drew a dick and balls on it.
Yeah, look, that's better than voting for Helen Haynes.
But she got in.
Would have been better if you voted for someone good, but
yeah. Carly's spoken out. Oh God. Oh, what have I said? Oh no.
Bet you voted for Helen Haynes, I reckon.
Oh yeah, nah. Well, I don't think I did. I think I think that was the genitalia one.
Yeah, look, it wouldn't surprise me because if you're not paying attention, she is very, very good at making you think she's on your side. Our farmers love her. She thinks she's great, and then you go, yeah, but guys, she doesn't like
she's trying to put wind farms on all your freaking property.
She wants to throw all the water out the Murray out to the ocean instead of you guys being able to water your crops and things. So, just pay attention, damn it. Just a little bit.
That's the worst. That's the worst thing is people don't pay attention. And then I'm literally telling people, like literally showing them donations and everything on her official website. And people are still saying, no, she's not a teal. No, she's not. She's not. There's nothing to do with Climate 200. So why? Okay, so they're just giving her money for, for the hell of it. Okay, cool. I might go and I might get off here and hit up Holmes Court and see if he'll just give me some money.
Well, just tell him that you're advocating for more wind farms in Murrindindi. So, look, we don't want the Great Forest National Park because we want the Great Wind Farm National Park.
Yeah.
He'll be loaded.
Now give me all your money.
Give me
or it
money.
Doesn't happen. Or it doesn't happen or I'll fight it.
It's going to level it all out, get rid of all them possums and native animals and stuff. It's going to be wall-to-wall wind farms.
And I could guarantee there wouldn't be one greenie out there complaining about it.
Oh, they'd love it. It's a wet dream.
I've got a question. So what makes a parcel of land eligible for a national park? At one time, most state and crown land wouldn't qualify. And isn't crown land actually protected as it's land owned by the crown? So from what I understand, they are rewriting the Public Land Act. And there's been little things thrown in over time that has made it so that crown land can be made into national park, and then when it's actually a national park, it can then be handed over as native title. So there's been a bit of government interference, a lot anyway.
On that, Carly, once it's native title, is it true that they can start putting wind or solar on it once it goes under native title? Is that correct, or is that
if they pay them enough?
Yeah. Just thought it was worth finding out.
Anyone, well, it's the same with any corporation or business, I suppose. If the money's good enough, I'm sure anyone would.
Oh yeah, a lot of farmers doing it.
Yeah, well, exactly. They're selling out their neighbours, because they're being offered a lot of money. So when it comes to money, that's where it gets really testy, because if the price is right, who's to say that they won't, that anyone won't?
Again, I mean, this is, yes, corporations misbehaving, but where are they getting their money from? Government subsidies. It's the government money being used.
And it's also, with the Great Forest National Park, wanting this to be funded by green bonds to try and get rid of government debt. It all comes down to our government being just so inept and pathetic.
We've got a really good hint in life. If there's something wrong in the world, first blame the government, and then you can start digging deeper, find out if it could be something else. But chances are you're right. That's the government.
It's going to be the government.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, there are exceptions to that. Sometimes you stuff up your own life for yourself, but most of the time it's the government.
Yeah, but they need to let us, you know, let us just live.
Yeah, yeah.
Let us have carbon. Let us have cow farts.
I want to spew heaps of it out into the atmosphere. Grass is growing too slow.
Well,
it's called a greenhouse gas for a reason.
The amount of noxious gases like methane coming out of Spring Street in Canberra, they should be putting a big vacuum over the top and sucking it out for the environment.
It's all the bullshit. Yeah. Well,
I think we should get off here because I'm going to get myself in trouble.
Yeah, look, and we're just getting further and further along. We could just stay on until we get Topher on.
Tuesday. Saturday. We could do all right.
You guys might have to watch me sleep for a few hours. See you guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe. Oh, hang on. There's one last thing.
Oh, yep.
Going forward on green power, the landfill ramifications for solar power waste seems to be negative. Oh my God, I know. But did you see? There's a post waiting. I've got to put it up. The landfill. I think it's at Bendigo. They're saying that they won't accept solar panels.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to get back onto the people who provided them to you for disposal because they can't get rid of them. But that's where I'm going to end this, and I'm going to put that post up now because
I know David Bimbrick's been doing some stuff on that subject.
Oh, I need to look into that.
Yep, it was about a month or two ago. I don't know how much he went into depth because I got bored.
Oh, Alison's in Bendigo. It might even be Alison's post. Alison, I'm going to put your post up. I'm sorry. See you Tuesday. We will see you Tuesday, Daryl. My favorite Daryl.
All right.
And Chris. Bye. Bye, guys. Oh, we're entertaining.
Around.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Yeah, we're having more fun.
Yeah. Bye.